All right. While I'm sitting here uploading some video, I was talking to my teammates in our messenger, and one of my teammates, we were talking about the like accounts, like I know a lot of people have multiple accounts, and just so you understand how my accounts work when I'm playing these accounts and like where these accounts came from. So let's clear that off. So my odd account, my odd account was the first account that I started, and this account went to Masters and was prepping up to be a max trophy player. So I was all the way up to, at that time, Tour 11 was as high as you could go. And I just started Tour 11 and everything behind it was maxed out. And so when I switched it over and I made it my practice account, I dumped all my Tour 10 trophies, and then I swapped with a buddy of mine and let him play it because the clubs were more equal to his account. And then he ended up losing all of my Tour 9 trophies and most of my Tour 8s. So I think when I start streaming, I'm going to rebuild this account and I'll build it back up and just play with just like mortal stuff. It has a little bit in it. I'll start putting a little more effort in it. My 77 account was created almost immediately after creating this account because there's a farming aspect in this game. And it's all about these chests, open chest, open chest, open chest. Okay. And so there's a farming aspect to it. And back in the day when I started playing, it went from tours 1 to 7 or tours 1 to 6. And then it was so tour 2 was the same as tour 7, and tour 3 was the same as tour 8, and tour 4 was the same as tour 9, tour 5 was the same as tour 10, and tour 6 was the same as tour 11. So if you were on a hole and you were playing in the tour 7 to 11 brackets, and let's say you were only playing up to tour 8, but the holes that were there that week weren't in tour 8 or 7, they were only in tour 10, then you couldn't play them unless you were playing down in tour 5. So you always wanted to have a backup account that played, and in most cases you could get to exactly the same spot. The only difference was wind. And so sometimes the wind was different from one bracket to the next, but you could go down there and you could practice those holes and you could practice those approach. That's why my 77 account played, because every tournament I would go play. If I could play them when I was playing up to tour 10, I could play just about anything in the game. But on those rare occasions where I couldn't play, I could go down on my 77 account and play tour 7, because you can't go down that far if you have an account that's playing tour 10 consistently. You can't drop down to tour 6. So you had to have another account that could play down there. That's why my 77 accounts never played anything higher than tour 7, because I always wanted to have, I can go down to tour 2 and get live action. So that's the deal. You can't do that if you're playing an account that's up at tour 10. So these two accounts started within like days of each other. So like this is at the beginning of June into May of 2017. So I got May of 2017. And both of these accounts were started within days of each other. And then right after that, my buddy Scooby, I started an account for him and I got the ball rolling. I got his account information and started him account, even though he wasn't playing it. I hooked him up one and I got the ball rolling for him. And I started another account, 88, at that same time, because I knew he was going to need a practice account. And then we started, and then I had two other accounts. I had 55 and 66. And those accounts are bye bye. So I started 99 was an account that we started as a practice account for us. So Scooby wanted to start a lower level account and work one up and put a little bit of time into it. And then I played nothing but tournaments in it. And we used it to practice for these, and he was using it more to begin with. And then I started shooting video because I have a lot of viewers that wanted to see some lower clubs. And at this point, I played in enough tournaments in 99 that even though I don't have anything really bigger than T5 clubs, and the majority of my clubs are T4 and below, that just with a little select amount of clubs I have, I actually have some pretty good clubs. But I know that people have like 8 accounts. Like in total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. And I only really play 3 of them. And Scooby plays Scooby, and then 88 is like a practice account, and so it's on track with one of our teammates, Kyle, So Kyle plays 88, and Kyle had a practice account that he's given to Scooby, which is Ball Boy. So like we're trying to match clubs up with, so you've got an opportunity that are close to where you're at. Scooby's probably the one that's suffering the most because I'm not sure where Ball Boy's clubs are at. But having tons of accounts, I don't know how you guys play it. And for me, shooting the videos for every hour, so like if you figure it takes 2 hours to play around, it takes me about 4. So I have more time into it to either to prep time or post time or looking at the videos or uploading the videos or making sure the videos get done, where I have to stop because it's slowing the system down. And so that's how I ended up with the accounts that I end up. And then like as far as time goes, it does take me time to do all that. look at all of the drawing that's on this screen. My God. Somebody looks at that right there and it's like, okay, this is some kind of funky artwork. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody's having a great tournament. So on the front 9, I shot a 16. So I'm like right there. I mean, I didn't even realize I shot a 16. I was going through, I thought I wasn't paying attention to the holes. I was just trying to play one hole at a time. And I knew I picked up the first 2 and I thought I just thought I picked up 1, but I ended up picking up 4 on the front. So that's big. That's big. So I put myself in a spot in my out account where I could get a pretty good finish. This is a Ricky Masters bracket. So coming in, I think at the top, there was not sure if there was anything above a 28. There might have been 29s. I got in a very early bracket. I'm not even sure how many people are in this bracket. There's only 100 in it. I think there's 104 in my 77 account. But working my way up, so I had a great front 9. All right. Thanks for watching.